Good morning. Oh, it's a nice day today. Took me a little bit longer to do what I needed to do to start this than I intended. It was actually over a half an hour ago that I began, but I decided to use my normal Logitech webcam and I had to install it because it wasn't installed. Anyway, interesting couple of days behind me. So today I was at first going to do the talk that I gave on Monday, the one that I tried a number of times before I realized I couldn't do it. Instead, I chose this title, Ninth Wave When Things Go Wrong. Mama said there'd be days like this, and Daddy agreed. Even Jesus said, in this world you shall have tribulation. Still, even with the warnings and applied spiritual practices, such times can surely be stressful and frustrating. What would we do if the predictions of 3 days of darkness came true? Well, folks, yesterday, by late morning, I had thrown up my hands in resignation in trying to get my old computer to work. I realized that I don't have the tools and the skills necessary to resolve the issues that kept coming up. And some people didn't get what I was saying about it kept looking for the hard drive. And I have a feeling that's because when I recovered all of my old files, I recovered the boot sector. And the boot sector had hardware identifications on it that did not allow it to recognize the new hardware that was installed. So I ended up taking it to my friends at Bits Computer in Melbourne here, which is one of the highly recommended computer shops in the area. And they can't look at it till Thursday, and even that's not a solid promise. It was only a we'll try. And so I asked if they had a loaner computer. They build computers, but they have none ready to go, and they don't do loaners. He suggested that I go to Walmart and buy an inexpensive computer, and there's a 15-day period of time that you can take it back and get a full refund. So he said you can actually have a computer to use on Walmart. Of course, that's really not something that and I even said to him, I said, that doesn't sound very honest. But anyway, I did go to Walmart and I did buy a $400 laptop, my first ever laptop, and I'm probably not going to take it back in 2 weeks. I'm going to be able to take it with me if everything goes well and I can make my trip to New Jersey to my class reunion in October. And I have a laptop to use from time to time. When I get my old computer back, I don't expect I'll be using the laptop regularly. But who knows? Things do change. And even though this laptop came equipped with its own built-in webcam and microphone, when I tried to test audios earlier in the hour, it sounded so tinny to me, and also the angle did not give me the clock and did not put the things in the room that I want in my image of what goes out over the internet. So the webcam is sitting on top of my monitor, my old monitor, the one for the old computer, which really isn't that old. It's only a year and a half old. But in any case, it's a better angle for me, and I like it. I like the look of it better than with the other one. So all of the frustration that I had on Monday and Tuesday, and I still debated actually creating another video to put in the Monday slot, even though it didn't get there. Maybe I will actually do that with the talk that I had done on Monday. I still remember what it was about, even though, of course, it's always going to be different when I'm talking from my heart. It was, the title of that was Spirituality and Sexual Preferences, which was something that was requested by several people over the course of the past few months, dealing with sexual preferences. But I'm not going to do that one today, and who knows, maybe I will at some point this week do 2 videos in one day and put that one back in on the Monday slot, even though it's going to be uploaded later than that. But then you'll have a video every day anyway. So I posed the question, what would we do if we had 3 days of darkness in which all of our electronic equipment doesn't work all over the planet? I don't know that that's going to happen. I really don't know. I know Mayan elders have predicted such a thing, and those that have held audience with some of the Mayan elders say that that's what's going to happen. And there's a lot of people putting that thought out there, that literally our electromagnetic force field is going to be altered such that our electronic equipment will fail to work. I hope that is not true. I'd like to believe it's not true. I don't know whether it is or not. 3 days of darkness, who knows? Who knows? I certainly do not have all the answers. I speak to you with love in my heart, and most times great hopes and expectations, most times faith, not blind faith, but faith in the intuitive part of myself that some might say is airy-fairy, some might say is wishful thinking. But I tend to place hope and faith in that for one simple reason. I really do, despite all of my life experiences, I really do believe the universe, the cosmos, is predisposed to good and not evil, predisposed to light and not darkness, predisposed to life and not death. I believe that there really is a divine plan, and that it works through creation, and the Creator is both within creation and separate from creation. And I don't really mean separate in the sense of separation, but I mean in the sense of transcending the experience that we have in points of time and space within the creative experience. God, if you will, is beyond that as the anchor for our human experience. The spiritual truth that I am an eternal Son of God, a high priest forever after the order of Melchizedek, infinite and eternal. Before the world was, I am, just as Jesus said he was, just as we all could say. I'm convinced it's true of every one of us, and we're all on this journey of this cosmic drama that's being enacted out. And there are bad hair days and bad computer days. It was funny, the battle that was going on between Windows and Apple Mac people. And of course my friend Ken, who helps me a lot with my computer issues, is always pushing, when are you going to get a Mac? Why are you throwing money away on Windows products? And I says, Ken, for one thing, I can get way more computer for my dollar by buying a Windows machine than I can by buying a Mac. Even if Macs are more stable and everything that you say they are, I have a Mac. I have an old Mac, and I use it once a week, basically, to send out the announcements for the New Way Pod Alert newsletter. And that's most of the time pretty much what I use it for. I don't even have a lot of things set up on it, so that I can't just jump over to that computer, which is again, it's I forget how many years old it is. It's what, 10 or 15 years old, or what was it? Maybe it was maybe it was 1999 that the blue and white models were made. I think that's what he told me when he was here the other day. But anyway, I get more computing things for less money using Windows than I do with Mac. And when the dollars that you have to spend are important, it's important to make wise decisions. If money was no object, maybe I'd go out and I'd buy a Mac. That wouldn't be a problem, would it? If money was no issues. But as it is, I've already spent over $600 in the last 2 days. $400 plus tax on the new laptop, plus $200 on the updated version of Windows 7, which I've now bought 3 times, with 2 with brand new computers and once actually off the shelf. And I bought a new hard drive for $60. So I've spent a lot of money, and this doesn't even count what I'm going to be charged for getting my computer that crashed back up and running and up to speed again. That could be another $200 or $300. So I'm ending up spending maybe $800 to $1,000. And my income, my normal monthly income, is under $900, between $800 and $900. So, I mean, I took a real leap of faith in spending that money, but I have service to perform. I have things that I've committed myself to doing. And I don't know what the world would look like if we lost all this electronic equipment. My life circles and spins all around the computer. I mean, I spend a significant amount of every day on the computer, doing my web page, doing the New Way web page, doing these videos. I mean, when I downloaded all the emails yesterday, when I set up the email account on this new computer, in just the 2 days, Monday and up until in the evening last night, I had 340 emails just on the Paradox Man email address. And while some of that is junk mail and just gets deleted, a lot of that is Facebook comments and YouTube comments, and I do read those. I can't look at all the videos and read all the articles that people send me. Sometimes I do look at some of them. Sometimes I do read some of them. And most of the time, when someone subscribes to my YouTube channel or becomes a friend on YouTube or Facebook, I like to send a little greeting or something thanking people for that. I haven't done that this week yet, and I apologize for that. For one thing, this new computer doesn't even allow me, when I click on go to their web page, it doesn't open their web page, and I don't know what's wrong with it. That's a glitch I've got to somehow fix, because that's not been a problem before. And my old the Mac computer has some limitations there too. For one thing, it has no audio, so I can't watch any videos on that. Of course, I imagine it would only require me to put speakers in it, but I have not done that. Anyway, I'm sharing all of this because things do go wrong in life. Things do not always go as smoothly as we'd like. Sometimes things do break down, even though I don't get a lot of breakdowns, because I tend to bless things. I suppose of anything in my world that I don't bless as much as I should, it would be my computer. I get frustrated with my computer when things don't work the way that I want, which happens pretty much frequently. Things do not go as smoothly with the computer as I'd like it to go. And so I do say, will you stop that? Or I make frustrated comments, and maybe I need to stop, take a closer look at how I talk to my computer. If I talk to my computer I talk to my car a lot nicer than I talk to my computer. Let's just put it that way. And my car is very faithful. And I believe that everything in life responds to the sound of our voice and to our intent, and especially to our gratitude and appreciation, because everything in life is here to serve us, and we need to recognize that and know that we live in an interconnected world, even when things go wrong. Things are interconnected and everything is good. This too shall pass. Whenever anything is going wrong, it will pass away. That's all I'm going to say for now. Namaste. Thank you for listening.